Good day, everybody. It is Friday afternoon. After a great week, I was able to spend some time with my daughter and my father. We went down to San Diego. We toured around the World Animal Park, and I got to get reacquainted with some of my friends that I haven't seen in a while. And during that time, I was able to have some great self-reflection and clarity on my life. And the word I brought back that I want to share with you guys is excuses. And I know we all have down times, we all have moments, we all we're too tired, I don't want to do this right now, I don't want to get up, I'm in too much pain, yada, 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 yada. And I get all that. And excuses, we're all going to feel that way. But I will tell you, excuses are like assholes, and we all got one. Now, what does this have anything to do with what I'm talking about? But I want to stop and reflect and look at my heritage and look at my grandparents, my great-grandparents, and where my grandparents came from. We came over from parts of Russia, from parts of Hungary, parts of Germany. We fought through the concentration camps. We fought through famish. We fought through disease. Everything was taken away from my dad's mom at a young age. They were forced to start over. And some of our family members were taken into the Holocaust, were crucified, were murdered. But the real point of what I'm saying is, if my grandparents, my great-grandparents, and my grandparents, who were my mom and my dad's parents, and my dad's parents, had excuses, would I even be here right now? And the answer is probably no. So looking back in our heritage, I want you guys to stop for a moment and reflect to see what your family and your great-great-grandparents have done for you, because I guarantee you, they didn't have excuses, and they didn't even have the, I would say, they didn't even have the option to say, you know what, enough's enough right now. And they had to fight through it. And what I've learned just by talking to my team with Adventures in Health, with Gloria Rios, who is one of our producers for the show, her family, she grew up in a house with 4 brothers, her parents. They lived in a small house with a little hole in the floor where they used to have to go to the bathroom. Her brothers were so hungry at times that they had to peel the paint off the walls just to put something in their belly. And they all immigrated into the United States like my family did, and and Gloria became this well-renowned track coach in Los Angeles here, helping high school kids and college athletes. And her brothers all became amazing American U.S. citizens, and then her father was an orphan at the age of 7. So he managed somehow to survive the time in Mexico, get through everything he did, just so he can meet his wife, which was Gloria's mom, to have their children. And I look at her and go, she's a miracle. I think we're all miracles. But they didn't have excuses to say, you know what, I'm gonna opt out of this one, and I'm gonna sit this out. They chose to move forward. They choose to progress. And I look at a gentleman who works with us, Ty Strokehacker, who's a veteran for 14 years and 36 years of hard combat. I mean, this guy was on tour. This guy was on the ground when the War of Terror broke out, and he didn't have that option to say, you know what, enough's enough right now. He was in charge of getting his men out of the war and back to the United States. Another beautiful female who's part of our team and Adventures in Health is Tatiana Chin. She's actually from the Dominican Republic, and she told me stories of how her grandparents barely were able to survive what they went through, and then they had their they had their kids, and their kids then had Tatiana Chin, and what they went through, as you know, through their ups and downs and their hardships. But I want you guys to take a moment to end the week, just going into the week and going, you know what, let me see where my grandparents came from. Let me see where my great-great-great-great-great-grandparents then came from. And did they even have the option to have excuses? And I guarantee you, they probably didn't. And I'm not neglecting anyone's pain or struggles. I'm just saying to you, we can all move, and we can all move forward. And I even look at a good friend of ours named Tony Baudet, who suffered a stroke in his early 50s. And we all over here kind of adopted, I can, I shall, I will. And he used those words to actually take his first steps after a stroke, which they told him he was going to be paralyzed for the rest of his life. And you know, he's not. He's up, he's back to work, and he's doing some incredible things. So I want to say, everyone here and everyone who's listening, we're all miracles, and it's a choice to be happy. It's a choice to move forward. And by all means, check out our podcast on adventuresinhealth.tv. You can find us on Apple iTunes. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Stitcher. They've nicknamed me the Strokehacker because I'm here to help people get through their traumatic brain injuries or strokes. And, you know, enjoy your Friday, go into the weekend, and tune into us. I have my own broadcast going. Ty Storkovich has his own. Taylor Smith, who's my co-host for the podcast, has his own with Functional Help. But I guarantee you, if you look back in time, we're all miracles. And if you look at the algorithm, we shouldn't be here right now. So by all means, I say to everyone, get up and get moving and let go of your excuses. Be there for your family. If you have kids, be that father, be that mother to your children, and live life. Live life with a smile and enjoy your weekend. I love you all. Bye-bye.